welcome back to Minecraft Infinity Expert Mode, and have we got some plans today. We've got a lot that we need to get done. Got a lot apparently, which is just kind of explaining there twice how much we actually need to get done. You probably noticed that I have kind of set up my farm a little bit more. Got a lot of cotton set up as well. I've done a lot of work actually off camera between episodes. Done quite a little bit of mining. Set up my own little mining tunnel there. What have we got to get done today though? Let's get to business. Well, I left last episode really confused about how I was going to make a bucket. I thought there was another way other than using the immersive engineering method, but there is not. There is not. We need to use immersive engineering coke ovens, which is going to be one of our first orders of the day. So I've already spared you the boredom of watching me craft lots and lots and lots of bricks and find all the clay required and the sand required and all that sort of thing. So let's start with that. So coke brick, let's have a look. We're going to need to make a 3x3 multi-block structure with this. If you're not used to modded Minecraft, basically means you place the blocks in a particular pattern or order and then it forms just one entity. So for this we're going to need clay, bricks and smooth sandstone or chiseled sandstone. That's the thing I don't have yet, but that's easily craftable. I worked out that I need about 14 crafts of this, and that's not shift clicked for some reason. Sandstone, how do I make that? Okay, we can do that. So we're going to need what? I was going to need to make 16 of these to actually make it. Okay, and multiples of 4 and all that. Here's my maths coming out. There we are, smooth sandstone 16. Right, now I should just be able to not shift click this because I've just used most of my sand. Let me see, I may have derped here. Let's find out. Oh no, I only need it for that. I did derp. Okay, so we're only going to want, see, 9, 18, 27 of these. Yep, there we are. That should be enough. Now we've got those, and the only thing we're now missing, I believe, is our hammer. Okay, so code brick from immersive engineering. Should right click with that hammer, and that should give me a coke oven. Okay. Oh, also I've been cooking up some more seared bricks, and we'll get to making that very, very shortly. I've got those stored there, a whole stack of them. Okay, so let's see if we can't make this anyway. I cannot quite remember if I do need to have the hammer or not at this point, or whether we can just make it regardless. So let's set this up, and we'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. Okay, what this is actually going to allow us to do is allow us to get some creosote, which we're really going to need to make our treated wood planks, which a lot of recipes require. And there we go, there's a 3x3 structure. And let's see if I just shift right click this. Shift left click. No. Right, so I think we are going to need that hammer. So let's see if we can't go about making that. So where are you? Hammer, 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 my kingdom for a hammer. I'm sure you're all screaming at me. You can all see it in any eye. I am, however, none the wiser. Let's just start searching for hammer. Oh, of course, there's billions of hammers as well. I think it's an engineering hammer. Nope. Or engineer's hammer. My goodness. My goodness, there we go. Right, so let's do use on this. This should show us pretty quickly. He says, oh, right, I see. That will get us a forge hammer. So how do we make the engineer's hammer then? Ah, there it is. I need an apostrophe. Of course it did. Oh, good. So we don't actually need treated sticks for that. Good, because I was going to get a little bit confused there of how we're actually going to make this. So we need strings, some sticks, and some iron. I've already got some iron. We'll just need to cook that up. Being very wasteful with my resources here. With my coal anyway. Cooking this in 4s, but I want it quickly. And you know what? No, I'll just... Yeah, I'll waste enough time. Let's just throw it in there. Now, for string, I don't have any string. Are you kidding me? Well, I have got a very good source of string. Okay, so let's grab some apatite and some of our remaining sand. As I was saying, apatite, where you can grab it, do grab it. It is well worth grabbing. It will speed up your farming very, very much. So you don't have to be waiting around for crops to grow. And you don't have to be killing skeletons to get bones, to get bone meal. It is night time, so I'm going to have to do this very, very quickly. And in all honesty, I'm not sure this even works on this crop, but we will soon find out. It does! Wonderful! You sit here, right click, happy days. Now, that's why I've set up a cotton farm. Because I'm going to need a fair bit of string, fair bit of wool, all that sort of thing. I do not want to be going out finding spiders and sheep. There we go. Words disappeared from my face for a second. I don't want to have to be going to find those. Okay, I'd rather just be able to do it with apatite. Okay, cool. So I'm going to need a couple of sticks. That should be fairly easy to do. A couple of bits of iron, and I should have done this before I started, but that's okay. A couple of bits of string. Here we are. Engineer's hammer. Well, that was a lot more effort than it ever should have been. Very quickly sleep through the night. Now, one other thing I've been doing off camera is grabbing a load of wood. So we're going to throw this in as well. Now, the nice thing about the coke oven is it does not require any power whatsoever. There we are. A finished coke oven. Wonderful. It is, however, painfully slow. We're going to need another way also of getting the creosote out of here. So again, off camera, I've managed to smelt myself some glass. We'll just do 3 bottles for now. It's probably the best way to get out of it at the moment. I don't have any way to automate it as of yet. There we are. Okay. So, just so you kind of understand the progression and why I need the coke oven, is I need the creosote that this is going to produce. And this is where it will drop it. And as soon as it has a bottle full, it will collect it in there and deposit the actual bottle there. I need the creosote to make treated wood. I need treated wood to make my forge hammer, as we've just seen there. Bring up forge hammer. Here we are. And this has a fair few uses. One of the main ones is for making these iron plates. Okay, we don't need assembly table recipes. Now, pretty much anything that required an iron ingot before now requires an iron plate. So we've got the cauldron here. We're going to be using that a lot. Iron chest, basic machine casings, armor. Now, this is why I was so excited, by the way, in the first episode, to find some leather armor. Because you actually need it to be able to craft iron armor, which is a big, big, massive pain to get to. And this is our ultimate goal here, the bucket. Okay, so we've got some creosote oil already. Not enough to be creating any buckets as of yet. So while we wait for that to start crafting, we're probably going to make our smeltery now. So let me just grab these seared bricks. Just going to find out where I put. There they are. So you may have noticed last episode I didn't really explain it at all, even touch on it in any way, shape or form. But I've actually been getting these books as I've crafted the Tinker's Construct stuff. I'm very paranoid about leaving doors open. One too many creeper explosions have taught me. Now these books, if you're unsure on Tinker's Construct, you don't want to tab out to go to the wiki or anything like that. These will be invaluable to you. Now I crafted all this stuff earlier, the blank patterns, stencil tables, all that sort of thing. But this gives you a really, really, really easy to follow guide with pictures, explanations. It's actually really good. I'd well suggest that you craft one. Let's see. Is this the one that tells you how to make a smeltery? Yes, it is. Okay, so all the recipes here for the smeltery, how to make grout, how to make seared bricks, how to make the controllers, all that sort of stuff. Now, I'm going to kind of presume that you know all this already. But if you don't, this book is here to guide you. Also, we've got some nice little modifications we can put onto our armor here, because there's actually Tinker's armor as well that's really, really nice. But we won't be going to that quite yet because it's quite high tier. Right, so what are we going to need for our Tinker's Smeltery? Well, we're going to need 2 faucets. We're going to need 1 controller. Let's see, I'm going to need at least 1 more of that glass at least. We're going to need a couple of drains. I'll explain why very, very shortly. We're going to want a casting table, a casting basin, and we're going to want a tank as well. Now I think that's everything I need, so the rest of this now I should just be able to turn into bricks. So to start with, we are not going to be having a massive smeltery, and that's fine. I don't mind that at all. I'm just going to clear out a very small area next to my coke oven for this. What I really should do as well is clear out these berries, because these would be a nice early game source of food. Okay, let's clear this out here. That'll do for now. Actually, no, maybe one more block across. Just replace that torch. My inventory really full? Wow. That happened quick this time round. Okay, so I think we're going to be able to manage maybe a 2x2 or something along those lines. Something very close anyway. So let's see, we're going to want those bricks down there broken. Perhaps not. Let's see, if I was to place this here, let's see, I'll have the tank at the front as well for easy access. No, we're going to need to break another block across there, aren't we? There we go. We need to have access to my drains and such. There we go. If I place a drain here, that was not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do at all. I'm going to have to break some more blocks, aren't I? Be very, very messy. I don't like mess in Minecraft. Alright, there we are. That's much better. Yep, they're facing the right way. Unless I cook up some more, I'm not going to be able to manage this, am I? That's okay. I don't mind cooking up a bit more off camera. I'm not going to be using it quite yet anyway. Let's get the faucets and the casting basin in place. Now the reason that I have both a casting basin and a casting table, your casting table is used to get your ingots and your casts, like for your axe heads and all that sort of thing, pickaxe heads. However, early game I'm also going to be using this for ore doubling. What I don't want to have to sit and do is right click for every single ingot. What the casting basin will allow me to do is just a single right click, which will then pour out 9 ingots, give me the block, and then I can convert that easily back into ingots again. So that's what I'm going to need to do. To do this, however, I'm going to need at least 4 more, 1, 2, 3, 4 smeltery bricks, which is going to require 16 grout. And I've got my first creosote. Wonderful. First 2, actually. Things are moving along at quite some speed now, and I'm very, very happy about that. Okay, so let's see if we can't make, well, at least get some grout started cooking up. I've got the sand already, just need the gravel now. There we are. Boosh, good. This away, probably need to clean up my inventory at some point. Wow, fairly sharpish to be fair. Okay, let's also clean up my inventory a little bit, get rid of some of these things that I don't need for now. Go in there. You can go in there, I don't need you. You can go in there, as can you. Glass goes up here. I cannot wait to have some kind of automated system in place, and I've got some really good ideas about what I'm going to do for that. While we are waiting for that to cook up, let's get our first lot of treated wood as well, so we can make our forge hammer, and then we can finally make our bucket. Okay, ooh, I get 4 for that. Good, that's good to know. I wonder if they're all dictionary. It is a bit more expensive to make the wood that way, it's probably not worth it, but it's good to know. Okay, there we are, there's our forge hammer. Unfortunately, we don't have enough iron yet to actually make our bucket. I don't really want to go wasting much more iron, to be honest. I would like to be doubling it. I mean, whenever you're playing modded Minecraft, if you're not doubling your ores, it just feels kind of wrong. You know, you're putting all that effort mining it and all that sort of stuff. You've got so many different ways of doubling your ores, yet you're not using them. Okay. I mean, having said that, I'm going to have to smelt up anyway, thinking about it, aren't I? Because I haven't got any lava. The smeltery, if you didn't know already, actually runs on lava. So if you don't have any of that, you'll be getting no smelting done whatsoever. Let's speed this up a little bit, actually. There we are. Okay, replace these blocks. And we will be having to keep an eye on our coke oven. If this does ever get full, then it will actually just stop working, which is not great. We are going to be needing this charcoal very shortly as well, when we finally make our blast furnace or blast oven. I can't remember which one it is from Railcraft. Good. That means we should have enough now to finally make a bucket. So this is one thing to start with. At least when you're going to be making these iron plates, you actually have to use twice the material you're used to using. i.e. a bucket would normally cost 3 iron. Technically it now costs 6 with the forge hammer as well, so I'm going to throw that back in there. Let's see, I need some copper as well for the next part of my plan. So what I also plan to do is create what's called a portable tank. I don't want to keep having to run up and down my mining area to get lava at all. That does not sound like a fun time. So let's have a look and see if the recipe for that has changed. Helps if I spell it correctly. Portable tank. This will hold 8 buckets worth of fluid, and funnily enough, it's portable. You can break it and move it around. So we need 4 glass and 1 copper. Good job, I already started cooking that up. It's almost like I have a plan or something. Okay, so let's throw this copper in, and hopefully this will be enough for us to get started. There we are. Cool. Right, so we are now cooking on gas, or well, soon to be lava, hopefully. So that's part of our plan done. We already now have a coke oven, we have a bucket, we have a smeltery set up. We're well on the way to what I wanted to achieve this episode. I'm going to take you now down very briefly into my mine. As you can see, I have been very, very busy. I've started to set up some branch mining as well. So I've got one here. Let's see what level this one's at. So this one's at Y level 34, which is quite specific, isn't it? Really nice thing about this mod pack and NEI, if I just bring up iron for a second, for instance, I click on the ore, and then left click will tell me where it's most likely to spawn. And the best Y level for finding iron in this mod pack, and also dense iron apparently, is 33. So it's worth checking what ores you want to get, where they spawn, all that sort of thing, just to make sure you're not wasting your time entirely. So I've done a couple of tunnels here at diamond level, which is 14 in this pack as well. I've got quite a nice selection of ores running along here. I can't do much about it at the moment because I don't have the correct pick to mine them. Now I'm very wary here of things like creepers. I can see one on the map. I'm not entirely sure where that is, especially as I'm going to be near lava. I'm not particularly happy about this situation, but it's gonna have to do. Oh, there he is. Has he spotted me? Not as of yet. This is not nerve-wracking at all. Good. Stay there. Okay, I think we're okay for now. I'll do this very, very quickly. I really don't want to be spending much time here at all. Fill this up and get going. No, I'm so paranoid about him jumping down right now. Also, this is going to be a nice source of obsidian, which I'm going to start needing very, very soon. A lot of machines will require you to have obsidian. The nice thing about this, you don't need a special tool. You can just break it. There it is, 8,000 out of 8,000 of lava. I'm running very, very quickly away from that creeper. Okay, so I'm going to head back up to the top now, get a few things crafted up and done, and I will see you then. Okay, welcome back, guys. Thank you for your patience in that. I know it's been a moment for you, but it's been forever for me. So, we've got lava in our smeltery, and what else do we have? Well, we've got a whole load of molten aluminium brass. Now, why the hell do I need this? Let's just throw some more iron in there. 8 in there now. Well, we need to make cast. You can't just, pour this metal and hope it's going to form the shape you want. You have to make a cast so it'll do so. And to do this, you need aluminium brass, and you need what's described as a negative of what you want to cast. I'll explain that very, very quickly. So the smelter is actually very, very cool. You can choose what metal you want to pour just by clicking on it. The metal that's at the bottom will be the metal that pours. So I'm going to use aluminium brass in this instance. There we are. Because you can't make casts out of anything else but gold, and that's quite expensive. So we do get our original item back, which is nice in the case of bricks. And what else is here? There we are. We have an ingot cast. So we can use this to make ingots from the molten liquid stored in our smeltery. Good. We've also got a pattern chest here. I'm going to throw that down there for now. Because you can actually store casts in there as well. We're going to have quite a few of them, so I thought it would be a good idea to store them. Throw the rest of the iron in there. We're going to need a lot of it. As I say, I don't want to be wasting my ores now by not doubling them. So what else do we need to make? Well, I've actually gone ahead and crafted all the other things I would like to make casts of. Let's just again make sure that aluminium brass at the bottom. It is. So the first thing here, we want a pickaxe head. And you can see the process is actually quite quick, which is nice. Yeah. A tool binding, a tool rod, a sword blade, although I'm likely not going to make a metal sword to start with. Hopefully it will become apparent quite soon as to why not. There we are. Wonderful. We've now got our first casts. We've got some molten iron there, and let me very quickly demonstrate why you should always check your smeltery before you right click. That's alright. It's not wasted. I'll still get that back and then sleep for the night while that hardens. As I said, you get that in block form, so you can very easily just put that in your crafting grid and right click, and out she comes. There we are. Let's do that properly this time. And what we're also going to do is make our first tool. Now, I'm not going to be very adventurous this one. I'm just going to make it entirely out of iron. Now, normally I'll be mixing and matching lots of different types of materials for different effects and bonuses, which I certainly will be doing at a later time. But right now, I just want a decent mining tool so I can start mining my iron, my gold, all that sort of thing as well. If you want to know what cast you need to craft something, you just check on your tool forge before you start crafting, and that will give you a good idea of the sort of things you're going to need. Put those back in there. I don't fancy making them again. And actually, I'll throw some of that back in as well. I've got quite a lot of lava. I don't mind smelting that back down after the mistake I made. So here we are to our tool station, and we are going to have our first half-decent pickaxe. There we are. Pickaxe head, binding, and tool rod. Happy days, and we got the Tinkerer achievement. Let's look at the stats on that at the moment. A mining speed of 6, mining level of redstone, durability 324. Not all that great, to be honest, but for now it will have to do. So we've got 13 iron left in there, so let's get some more pouring out of there while I come back down to my mine. Now, the reason I said I'm not going to be making a sword out of that material yet, out of iron yet, is because what I've actually got here is quite handily some peridot. And this is from Project Red Exploration. Now, there's quite a lot here actually. And some copper as well. Don't mind if I do. Really, I should be using my stone pickaxe to get that lot. Peridot, however, you can't. You do have to use iron level to get that. Let's just fill this in. Don't want any nasties spawning in here while I'm not here. There we are. Okay, so we actually got 13 peridots out of that, which is pretty freaking awesome. I'm not going to lie. Starting to get a bit hungry. Get that food ready to go. And the reason we want that is because, as I said, they make tools of iron level, but with a higher durability. So what we're going to do is very, very quickly not put cobblestone in there because it doesn't go there. Okay, let's grab a sword blade, a sword hilt. Now you notice I've actually got a peridot chunk here. What I can do with that is put that back in, and then for items that have a 0.5 material cost, like this tool rod pattern, use it for that. So reducing wastage there. And very, very quickly, I'm going to make us a peridot sword. Fantastic. Plus 7 attack damage and 614 durability. Nice. Okay. Another nice thing actually about Tinker's Constructs items, things like the iron pick. If I right click now, boosh! Awesome. So if you actually put a torch next to a Tinker's Construct pick and you right click, it will actually then place a torch for you. Okay, so we actually got a lot done today. We managed to craft our first coke oven, the first of many to come. We're starting to get a fairly steady income of creosote as well, which is going to be very useful. We've got a working smeltery, which is absolutely flipping fantastic. We can now start to ore double, craft some awesome tools, which I'm certainly going to be doing between episodes. A lot of smelting there. Might have to grab some more lava. We've got a basic set of actual tools now, and more importantly, we've got a flipping bucket. We've made some great strides today, and this is one of the reasons why I love this pack, is that it makes it all fresh and new again. Something that would just be very, very basic, easy to do, like crafting and bucket and things like that, have actually become quite difficult, and you do feel a sense of achievement when you actually manage them. So thank you guys for watching today. I don't want the spade in there. There we are. Tune in next time. Next time we've got big plans again. I'm looking to take great strides in some other directions now, and possibly starting some magic with things like Britannia, Witchery. Also, you may have noticed I've cleared out an area over here surrounded with trees. It's kind of nice looking, I think. This is a fair huge area, and this is going to be used for agricraft. I'm going to try and get fairly heavily into that. They're going to allow us to create some strains of some fantastic crops that are going to give us lots and lots of wheat and sugar and all sorts of other good stuff. And we also need to do that for Witchery as well. So this has been Westloar playing FTB Infinity Expert Mode. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.